Since everyone and their grandma liked my comparison video between the Edifier 700 and the 820, I decided to do another one. But this time I'm going to compare Edifier's top headphone with Sonys Flagship as well as the Bose Quietcomfort SE. Why? Yeah, because these are the headphones I used the most in the last couple of weeks, and I think this is the decision a lot of users have to make when they want to buy a higher priced headphone. So let's get the eardrum swinging right after the intro. Price-wise, these three headphones differ quite a lot. The Edifier 950 come in at a price point of 150 euros. The Bose SE are priced at roughly 190 euros, and Sony's flagship XM5s will cost you somewhere around the 300 euro mark. So in terms of price, the Edifiers take the first point. Now, price alone shouldn't be your only decision factor when it comes to headphones, obviously. Especially nowadays with the staggering amount of features put into these cans. And it's also great that a lot of features trickle down into cheaper headphones nowadays. So let's compare all of the features that every headphone has and then see what's actually left standing. Let's actually start with something obvious, the battery runtime. The Edifiers claim an impressive 50 hours of runtime with ANC off and 35 hours with ANC turned to the highest settings. They recharge in roughly 1.5 hours. This is quite good, especially for a more budget-oriented headphone. The Bose Quietcomfort SE only offer you 22 hours of battery runtime and are fully charged back to 100% in 2.5 hours. And the Sony xm5 gives you a runtime of 30 hours and recharge back to full in 3.5 hours. So considering all of that, it's another point for the Edifier 950nbs, claiming the lead with 2 points. Next up, we have multi-point connection, which all three of them feature, but only two do a good job at it. First, the Sony xm5s feel like the most organic multi-point headphones, since they switch immediately without any wait times or hiccups. The Edifiers also have a great multi-point and are good in switching as well, but they aren't as fluid as the XM5s. And lastly, we have the Bose QCE, which do have multi-point, but they still suffer from the same problems most of the QC lineup has, which is a weird bug in their software disconnecting the audio for a second when you are connected to multiple devices at once every couple of minutes. So the point goes to the XM5s. Then we have the Bluetooth codec, which all three of them feature different versions. The Bose features the oldest codec of the three, featuring version 5.1. The Sonys feature 5.2 and the Edifiers go with Bluetooth 5.3. So another point for the Edifiers. Also available on two of the three headphones is the 360 sound or spatial audio or immersive audio or whatever you want to call it. This goes for the Sony XM5s as well as the Edifiers, and both of them work respectively, but not as great as on Bose's newest headphones, the Ultra version. So no points for any of the two headphones. Control wise, we also got a few different options, ranging from all touch on the Sonys, which actually works great for being touch controlled and is the best implementation so far I've seen on any headphone, to the Bose SE's all button function, which in my opinion is the better button solution over the Edifiers version, since this is a bit clanky and needs to be figured out more than the Bose one. In my opinion, since I'm more of a buttons guy, the point for control goes to the Bose SE. Now when it comes to build quality, it gets more subjective. All of them are completely made out of plastic with an inner metal band giving them more security as well as strength. But even though I see a lot of broken hinges on the XM5s over at Sony's Reddit forum, I find the build quality to be the steadiest. I own these since release and don't have any complaints yet, neither with the hinge nor the cushioning or any other form of creaking or whatever there is. Comparing the Bose as well as the Edifiers, I have to give another point to the 950s. From touching and using them, I feel like this is a better built headphone than the Bose. They feel very flimsy and especially the hinges feel super cheaply made. Of course, this is a subjective topic, so there's only 1 point going to the XM5s. Let's get into my final three comparisons, which are ANC and transparency, sound quality as well as the mic quality. Let's begin with ANC, and to be honest, there isn't even a contest. The XM5s clearly win in this comparison. They filter out the most noise in the lows as well as quite a lot of noise in the mids and even some frequencies in the highs. So clearly, since these are in the best three headphones I've ever used, they win the ANC competition. Now between Bose's QC SE and the Edifiers, this is rather close. But listen for yourself. I recorded the binaural ANC test for both of them, headphones on, and feel free to tell me in the comments which one you think is actually better.
High noise cancellation. quiet.
Next up, it's time for the mic comparison. I'm going to speak a short phrase inside my soundproof studio with all three headphones, and then it's time for you to decide which of the three is the best in terms of call quality for you. This is the mic test of the Sony XM5s, and to my surprise they all sound like you're talking into a tin can while speaking with some very busy new clients on the other side of the world into a very thin Cooper line that spans around the whole globe. Tech is a very fascinating thing in my opinion, especially when you think about it a bit closer. Right now you are actually watching something I recorded in my home, probably about 1,000 miles or more away, and you can see this without any interference. And lastly, let's get into sound quality. All three of them feature excellent sound quality for their respective price tags, and I like the sound of all three of them. And to me, there isn't a clear winner there. The Sonys have the most balanced sound profile of the three, giving you all the options to customize it to your liking. The Bose SE have a definitive punch and quite a lot of very good sounding highs that I like in many different styles of music. And the Edifiers have a lot of underlying bass and very satisfying mids that are especially great for listening to electronic music that likes to punch you actually in the face. But as always, listen for yourself. Here's a binaural comparison of all three of them. Headphones on and enjoy the music.
Seeing you in sundress seasons got me all up in my feelings for the old days, old days. I've got the summertime blues, thinking about you and me in the way that it used to be.
Conclusion. In my opinion, the Sonys take the cake overall, due to their flexibility and variety when it comes to modeling the sound to your liking. And they have the best ANC overall, but still cost the most amount of money. So if you don't like to spend 300 euros deciding between the Bose and the Edifiers, it gets very close. And I think this is down to personal taste and maybe even how much you'd like to spend on your next headphone. Both of them deliver great sound quality and performances. And both feature a good variety in features implemented. I hope this comparison actually helped you in deciding between those three headphones, and if so, feel free to subscribe to this channel for more tech content in the future. As always, my name is Leech and I'm off writing the next scripts. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe to this channel as said before, because there are plenty more of this type of content and many other things available for you to watch. Have a great day, see you around, and goodbye.